The oleander plant. It's so vibrant in color, it's so beautiful. These blossoms are so delicate and they're very attractive, even soothing to the eye. In fact, that's where the contradiction of this plant lies. It's a fatal attraction because you see the leaves and the nectar from this plant are so poisonous that even honey that is made from bees that feed on this plant will be lethal to human beings. Funny thing about different forms of beauty, you never know which ones are going to be deceptively dangerous.
As we've already stated, words count. Our words help children form beliefs and establish certain realities. Their world of understanding is shaped by the words we place into their minds. And it's not just how we say things, meaning those tones and inflections, but also what we say.
Yes, continuing with our theme of sending the right and wrong message to our children, we want to establish in your mind a clear line between affirming and praising our children with false praise, or something that the Bible calls flattery. Certainly when it comes to praising our children, our words should be uplifting and certainly gracious. But equally important, our words need to be honest and truthful.
For example, the other night I was working in the 3-year-old nursery at church. After a reading time, the children were given a paper plate to draw on. I noticed one little girl took her marker and made a dot, and then drew a small squiggly line next to it. When Mom arrived, the little girl held up her drawing, which brought forth such superlatives as, "Fantastic! How beautiful! You are so good at drawing." And then Mom asked with equal enthusiasm as she was pointing to the picture, "Is this the sun with a ray of light?" The change in the little girl's countenance was amazing. In a single moment, she went from glee to anger because Mommy failed to recognize her drawing was actually of Daddy's new lawnmower. To be honest with you, in support of this mom, I didn't see a lawnmower in the picture either.
So what actually took place during this exchange in the nursery? Well, Anne-Marie witnessed the end product of a pattern that this little girl and her mom were unfortunately characterized by. You see, sometimes in our efforts to make our children feel good about themselves or to boost their self-esteem, we cross the line from giving them honest and age-appropriate praise to flattering them. So what's really the difference here? Well, to praise is to affirm the actual, but to flatter is to offer false praise, and it's usually associated with deceitfulness. The Old Testament contains more than 20 references that speaks to warnings associated with the flattering tongue. In fact, one of the best ways to destroy a successful person is to flatter them. And the same truth is even more injurious to our children. Flattery is actually a type of pleasant deception. Its danger, like this beautiful blossom, is hidden in its beauty.
And that is why parents need to be very careful not to flatter their children with oohs and ahs and unrealistic compliments. If your 3-year-old hands you a picture with 2 lines on it, please do not say, "This is the most beautiful picture ever drawn by mankind," or "You are the best sketch artist in the world." What you can say with enthusiasm, "Those are lovely colors. Tell Mommy what you drew here."
Honesty and praise is important, but flattery sets the child up for emotional failure for at least 2 reasons. The first is demonstrated by the story of the little girl in the nursery. Flattering words created an expectation of acceptance, or, in the mind of this child, a false sense of an ability that she did not actually possess. She was crushed because her drawing was not recognized for what she declared it to be, Daddy's new lawnmower.
And another emotional challenge will come from those who will be very honest with your child, his or her peers. Your child's peers will not affirm your son or daughter's mediocre accomplishments the same way you do. One day, your little one will step off your front porch and meet the world. That is the moment when the reality of their actual abilities conflict with Mom and Dad's flattery. And that is the moment when wounds are created because the child trusted wholeheartedly in the unrealistic opinion of Mom and Dad.
And then you're looking at this emotional meltdown and sometimes even anger, and you want to deal with it, but you don't know what to do or even what caused the problem. So often parents try to fix the symptoms of the problem rather than actually going back to the source, which is really Mom and Dad's pattern of flattery.
Mom and Dad, we want you to speak words of life to your children. Affirm and praise them, but be very careful not to cross the line into flattery. For in so doing, your child is actually being set up for emotional injury. because flattery is always the wrong message to send to anyone.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to see more, and check out the growingfamilies.life website to find more resources and to get connected.